What's up, guys? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. Today we're talking about ADA, Cardano, and all the reasons why a breakout is imminent. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hey guys, let's get the disclaimer out of the way first. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion on ADA and what I think may be potentially happening. With that being said, do your own due diligence and make your own decisions, make your own educated decisions. Alright guys, let's get right into it. This is the daily chart for ADA. I talked about this one a few weeks back, and I was a good bit early on my outlook on the chart. Oh man, to be honest with you, I was in at the bottom of this wick, about 122, and I bought back in. I bought more to average down at about 105. Like I said, that was off on my initial thought process, and I had this 101. Yeah, I think it was at $1, and I had set my my stop loss. So it got really close to it, and I was really kind of feeling like it was going to be an opportunity to get more. So, like I said, I bought it more in at 105 to average down. That being said, there's a handful of indicators right now that are all showing signs for a breakout and an upward breakout. This triangle I drew here, just a trend line and a like support resistance dynamic support and resistance for kind of a trend line of how it's been moving and the consolidation that's been happening in the process. We have at essentially 132, 134, or in this range about $1.32 is a line of resistance that has been a line of resistance for a while. It's not new to this triangle. And here at 105 has been a line of support. There's been a support resistance line a couple of times prior to this triangle as well. We hit the top, very quickly went to the bottom, and we've been getting smaller and tighter in this consolidation window. We had what looked like it was going to be a breakout here, ended up being a false break, and then sold back down really quickly. They come back down near the bottom of this and then kind of recentered. A couple of things I'm looking at. We've had almost no volume. The volume has been incredibly low for this period of time, and it's not a short window. From March 25th to today, now the 10th of April. So 16 days of no consolidation here. Look at this MACD indicator. This MACD is totally flat. I mean, you can almost not tell that there's been any movement at all. And the RSI mimics this with a very straight line RSI. A little blip back and forth here, but not much. It's literally these 2 days here, blipped up and blipped back down and then recentered. There's a handful of indicators that are all coming together. You know, we've got a very flat MACD, like I said. In the MACD video, I showed a couple examples with Bitcoin, where the MACD really flattened out and there was a break happening. The breaks on the Bitcoin were during a downtrend and breaking down further. This, we'll zoom out a little bit, very much on an uptrend. This is very much on an uptrend, and we entered this triangle from the bottom. We came in from low to high. We entered from the bottom. Typically, entering from the bottom means you exit from the top. Still not guaranteed, but typically that will give the percentage a slight advantage or a slight tick up in your advantage, making it more 65-35, 60-40 than a 50-50 coin toss. All of our moving averages are coming together. They're all converging here. We tapped the 50-day moving average on a wick, and we're still really close to it. 25 and 7 are right on top of each other, been running parallel or running right on top of each other. And that is also a sign it's going to have to bounce off. If we were on the opposite side, we were on a downtrend and we were trading under the 50-day moving average, and we were trading coming down into this triangle. If we came from the top down and we're doing a triangle like this, there would be a bear flag or a bear wedge, or whatever the pattern or shape took, but it would be a bearish pattern. This is looking bullish. This is looking bullish for a breakout, and it's bound to happen soon. This triangle here, these two lines don't stop at this cross, and they don't stop at this point. What will likely happen is either A, we get over this support or this resistance, and this line continues to say support, moving forward, moving upward, or we fall below this support and our resistance coming down becomes our new resistance line, or it continues to be resistance, and it continues a lower and lower resistance without having this dynamic support to go with it, which means that our next supports would be roughly at 106 to $1 even, and then falling below that I would have to draw more lines to find out where the next line of support would be, probably roughly 90 cents or so. But yeah, that's how that would work. But I think the most likely scenario is that within the next day or two we pick up some volume and we start to go up. We'll see this cross over. We're going to break out of this wedge. We'll retest it, and we'll finish with a wick or with a body of a candle above this line, and then we're going to come off. So we should come up. This wick or this body will probably go through. We're picking up some bullish momentum now as I'm making this video. We'll probably finish somewhere up around here, around 127. The next day we'll likely come down and retest 24-25 cent range, 124, 125. As long as it doesn't break back into it, we're clear for takeoff. We're in an upward momentum, and we could go. I don't want to say going parabolic because I don't know if it'd be that fast of a rise, but it could be. But more likely than not, we'd be pushing, testing the all-time high rather quickly at 148. I could see 160, 175, or 160 to 170 not being out of reach. But definitely, bare minimum will be pushing this the previous all-time high. So, guys, I'm trying to make these informative, entertaining, and keep them from being too long and too long-winded. So guys, that's it for today, for today's video on ADA. The wedge looks good. It looks like a breakout is imminent. All the indicators are showing breakout potential, and the current trend is showing that it's going to stay in an uptrend. It's not ready for a reversal. The trend is going to continue to go up, and that means that the break should be up. And with that being said, ADA looks to be in a great position moving forward. So once again, until the next time, peace.